The glass tilts, the aromas rise, and no longer are you just tasting wine. You are traveling the world of wine. Welcome to Swirl, Sip, and Savor, your weekly passport to the world of wine. I am your host, Beatrice Gautreaux. On this show, our journey takes us on stops as we explore wine, one region, one bottle, one glass at a time. Each week, we'll journey through different corners of the wine world to taste some of our favorite wines and meet the producers behind them. Our goal is to bring the world into your glass, whether you're in your living room, your dining room, or still in your study late evening. So grab your glass, take a seat, and let's swirl, sip, and savor together. Today, we're getting dual passport stamps. Our first in the US, journeying to the Dundee Hills of Oregon's Willamette Valley. Our second stamp takes us to New Zealand, where we'll travel through the mountainous region of Central Otago, all in search of the perfect wine for Thanksgiving. I'm not actually shying away from Burgundy, which is the backbone of Pinot, but it's worth a series on its own. The Willamette Valley has actually become America's answer to Burgundy. Pinot thrives here, the cool climate, the volcanic soils, and the long growing season. The region produces wines elegant, aromatic, and food-friendly. Perfect for your Thanksgiving table. Whether it's Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, it's all about gathering family, friends, and a feast that stretches from your turkey to stuffing to cranberry sauce. And what wine can possibly stand up to all those flavors? We have your answer. Pinot is the classic choice. It's light enough, doesn't overwhelm. It's bright red fruit, the earthy notes, they both play beautifully with turkey and cranberry sauce. For this Thanksgiving, I've chosen two expressions of Pinot to show how beautifully this grape adapts to its place and climate. First, Oregon. Eyrie Vineyard 2021, the pioneer that put Willamette on the map. It's red fruit, it's pure, it's delicate. It has this earthy minerality that makes Oregon Pinot absolutely memorable. And from halfway around the world, Burn Cottage Moonlight Race 2023 from Central Otago, New Zealand, a stunning counterpoint. Pinot from the Willamette Valley often bursts with aromas of red cherry, cranberry, pomegranate. On the palate, you find soft tannins, a silky texture. Part of my favorite, the earthy undertones. Think dried leaves, forest floor. This is our first pour for this week, the Eyrie Vineyards in Dundee Hills. They are one of the most historic and beloved producers in the Willamette Valley. The Eyrie story begins with Mr. David Lett, who planted his first Pinot vines long before Oregon was known for wine at all. His locals named him Papa Pinot because against all odds, his wines went on to rival some of Burgundy's best in blind tastings, putting Oregon on the world map. Today, the Eyrie family remains in the wine crafting business with that same pioneering spirit, elegant, restraint, and deeply connected to the land. Pinot is typically called the heartbreak grape. It's thin-skinned, it's temperamental, but it's incredibly expressive of where it's grown. It ripens early, which makes it sensitive to weather shifts, but that same delicacy is what gives it its elegance. You'll rarely find harsh tannins or heavy oak in a Pinot. Instead, Pinot whispers. It's nuanced, it's layered, It's no wonder it's the backbone of red Burgundy, the pride of Oregon, and it dominates the vineyards in Central Otago. Each bottle tells a story of its soil, its season, and the gentle hands of the winemakers behind each bottle. Pour a glass, and the first thing you'll notice, color. Pretty translucent. Ruby, you can see that ruby red shining in the light, has a hint of the wine's finesse. Lift it to your nose. You're met with bright aromas, red cherry, cranberry, pomegranate, some rose petals, and a whisper of baking spice. Take a sip, and the 2021 vintage from Eyrie, it dances on the palate. It's silky and smooth. It has lively acidity and just enough grip to carry through that long, graceful finish. There's this sense of soft spice that makes it feel grounded, like sitting near a crackling fireplace. It's elegant, it's balanced, quiet confidence in a glass. And yes, it's pure Thanksgiving. Pour it all day long. Let's talk about New Zealand. So we're going to travel to Central Otago, which sits at the southernmost part of New Zealand's South Island. It's surrounded by these dramatic mountains. Countries has the third largest wine region, which is defined by its cool nights, has this ruggedness on the mountainsides. Pinot thrives here. Burn Cottage, small biodynamic estate, founded early in the 2000s. It's a place of quiet magic. Sheep grazing through the vines, wildflowers growing at the edge of each of the vines. It's a philosophy that puts soils in balance first. The result? A Pinot. It's darker than its counterpart. I like to call it its cousin in the Willamette Valley. You get some blackberries, some thyme, but it's still graceful. It's bolder, but more assertive. Every bit of elegance. Still just a reminder, one grape, many dialects of the same language. And no matter the dialect, Pinot marries very well with your Thanksgiving spread. Turkey needs something that's going to complement its mild flavors and not overpower it. And Pinot's bright acidity, it cuts through the richness of the gravy and that stuffing, while the cranberry notes echoes the cranberry sauce on your plate. It's not only the backbone of Burgundy, it serves as the backbone for your Thanksgiving table. So don't stop there for your pre-Thanksgiving snacking. Pinot is going to pair beautifully with some cheeses and your dessert. A creamy brie, maybe even an aged cheddar. The wine's fruit and the gentle spice, it's going to complement the savory, buttery textures of the cheese. For dessert, a slice of cherry pie finds a perfect partner in Pinot's vibrant red fruit. It mirrors the filling without adding extra sweetness, so it keeps the finish light and perfectly festive. If you're actually serving the white wine drinkers, maybe consider a dry off Riesling, maybe from Germany, the Mosel, one of my favorite places. Washington State also has some really great off-dry Rieslings. Riesling is an aromatic grape, so imagine apricot, lime, honey, all those flavors wrapped into a spine of bright acidity. Makes it incredibly versatile for your Thanksgiving table. It tames the saltiness of the green beans casserole while refreshing your palate for another bite of mashed potatoes and gravy. Both wines, crowd pleasers. They work beautifully across the table, no matter what side of the red or white debate your guests fall on. And there's always a debate on red and white wines. So this Thanksgiving, pour a Pinot or pour a Riesling and let your wine be as welcoming and versatile as your holiday spread. And savor the story in every sip. So before we go, did you know that Pinot is one of the oldest grape varieties still in cultivation today? Dates all the way back to over 2,000 years ago. So which will you pour at Thanksgiving? Oregon's Classic from the Eyrie Vineyards or the New Zealand Beauty from Burn Cottage? Share your answer in our comments, and I'll reveal my selection in next week's episode. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, go ahead and click the button so you can get your passport stamp as we journey through different corners of the wine world. Next week, we'll explore dessert wines. But until then, the world awaits at the rim of your glass. Cheers.